Well, walking is so good for people, and people don't realize that. And, you know, you teach at the Baptist Family Fitness Center, you teach the Zumba classes, and you're down there doing a fantastic job. And the people that's listening right now, we would suggest to you again to get a membership at the Baptist Family Fitness Center. You can go your own pace and build yourself up, but just a lot of people don't have the motivation. They say, I need motivated, you know.
Well, the one thing is if you can get a family member, your spouse, your children, your grandchildren, a neighbor, your church family, finding a partner or an exercise, someone to depend on that I'll meet you there at 10:30 in the morning. If you know someone's there waiting for you, you're more apt to go. I know as an instructor, there's mornings that I really don't want to come to class, to be honest, and I go, well, if I'm the teacher, I have to show up because I know there's people depending on me to come. Honestly, that's what got me doing exercise regularly, because I was the teacher.
Exactly.
That was my motivation, was if I go home, I'm just going to sit there and do that and not get back out. I'm not saying everyone that exercises has to become an instructor. Everyone's motivation is different. The key to finding something that you enjoy is the key to your motivation. If you just roll your eyes and you hate running on the treadmill or walking on the treadmill, don't do that. Go find something else that's at your fitness level.
Well, you know, I can even speak for myself. This year, I've got back into physical fitness, but I was just like a lot of people. I just had sat down, no activities, watching TV all the time, staying behind the computer all the time. But I thought to myself, hey, I'm tired of being overweight. I'm tired of being out of shape, you know, and I want to make a change. And that's what you got to do. That should be a motivation for you today. If you're tired of the way that your life is going, you have the power and ability to change that.
I have several friends and family members that is their biggest complaint, is they're just so tired. And then you think, if I exercise, I'm going to be more tired. But it's a good tired. It's totally different than lethargic. I'm just going to take a nap on the couch. I mean, you get your body full of adrenaline, you get that blood circulation going, you get more serotonin in your body. And with one thing with Zumba, if you've seen their info commercials on TV, you're having fun, you're listening to great music, those endorphins are going, and that's what makes you happy. And man, I want to do that again. And that's what gets you excited.
And there's so many people, maybe even under the sound of our voice, that are depressed. You know, lack of activity causes depression. It causes anxiety attacks, and people go through different sicknesses. It's also like in the mental state of your mind. It will affect everything.
Right. And another sort of people that join the fitness center is, you know, it's a social time. It's a great time to fellowship with other people. I know some individuals that have just retired recently, and they don't know what to do now because they're not working. And what do? The morning time in the gym, majority of the people between 5 and 9 are the retiree, you know, population. And they'll have their cup of coffee and they'll socialize a little bit, and then they'll all go do their workout and come back for some more coffee. And that's fine. You're allowed to have fun and exercise. It doesn't have to be agonizing and moaning and groaning and a drill sergeant, and because that's not what's going to that's not going to motivate you.
That's exactly right. And you know, a lot of people might think, well, I'm too old to exercise now, or I've let myself go for too long. You're never too old, because I even notice in the Zumba classes, there are little women in there, and you know they got to be 80 years old or in the mid-70s or somewhere.
Yeah. And the wonderful thing about water exercise is if you do have joint problems or knee problems or any kind of health condition where, you know, you're not going to be running on a treadmill or injuring your joints, is the elasticity in the water the fluid movement, you're weightless in the water. I mean, you're not going to injure your joints and get just as good a workout, because with the resistance to the water, you're going to be working every muscle that you have.
How many times a week, per week, do you do the Zumba classes?
At the fitness center, I teach 2 aqua Zumba classes a week, Monday nights at 6 and Friday mornings at 9. You don't have to be a member there. You can just pay a $5 guest fee, and then that will give you access to the gym. So maybe you want to lift some weights after class or go to a yoga class afterward, you're more than welcome to. But if you're coming to 2 and 3 and 4 classes a week, that $5 adds up real quick, and so it's actually more beneficial if you join the membership.
And you know, the more that you start, if you start walking, you'll want to start doing something else. Your body just automatically responds to exercise. It's like I started going to the gym, and then I just started, wanting more. I bought me a mountain bike and been riding it now. Just it escalates into something good.
It does, and you will be surprised at the things that you will be drawn to that you had no idea. I've taken yoga a couple times. And I thought, that'll be de-stressing and relaxing. That is a workout in itself. It may be in the dark and low lighting and relaxing music, but it is a wonderful, wonderful class, because along with not drinking enough water, none of us stretch enough either. And those 2, I do yoga at home sometimes, and it's the best night of sleep that I get because I've stretched out and relaxed and to get a better night's sleep.